Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Thank you for joining us on the concluding part of this series that we've been running on in the past couple of days in this Wisdom Minute. Today, we want to conclude this. We're talking about how to reduce our effort and at the same time increase our result. Identified two different types of works. We talked about the visible work that is recognized by all, the work that is targeted only on the task. And we identify the invisible work, that is the work that is targeted on you, the worker, when you are investing on yourself, when you are taking care of the hen that lays the golden egg. So which is the work that increases your capacity. We are going to look at how to merge both. You see, in real life, visible work and invisible work are actually not discrete. We separated them so that we can explain each of them, but in real life, both should work concurrently. After you've taken time to work on yourself, increase your capacity. Imagine the visible work and invisible work is putting your mind on the work you are doing. You see, when we do work over some time, we learn it. And when you learn it, it becomes sometimes an autopilot kind of thing. You become mindless about your work. The work just runs, don't think about it. And it's very dangerous. Because without thinking about your work, you might not discover better ways of doing it. When we are merging the visible and invisible work, is in your work. Sometimes you set out time to think about your work. Think, what's the better way? Maybe you're in customer service. And what's the better way? You think about the people that visited today, that irate customer, that customer that was so provoked. What could have provoked him or her? How can I do it better? You look at, you've gone through your feedbacks, you see customers complaining about the same thing. How can we do this better? You are working on your data. You look at everything. Okay, what's the better way? Now you are thinking about your work, and you come back to work, and as you are working, you are very observant. You are not the type of person that is pressing the phone and just looking at it. No, you are very observant. You are taking in all the data. You are involved. You are engaged in the work. You pick the cues. You pick the feedback. You read in between the lines. You are very engaged in your work. Once you learn to practice this, you'll be identified. Wherever you are, whether you are teaching, whatever it is you are doing, you identify. You can, one of the ways of learning, learn by observation, we learn by studying, we learn by a couple of other ways. Now, observation is one of the easiest way, and you can't observe when you are absent-minded. When we add, imagine these two, we involve our mind in our work. So you work, visible work just targets the work, and it can be very mindless. You learned it, it becomes routine, just do without thinking about it. Invisible work, you sit down, you think on yourself, you build your capacity, and imagine the two, you think about your work, you become observant, you are engaged. You are not just running work on autopilot. Instead, you are involved. This, and you see how you can actually reduce your input and increase your output at the same time. I hope you got value from this. Meet you next time. Blessed. Thank you and goodbye.